these are just the genuine products that I picked up time and time again. So that's the plan for today. Now let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so before we jump in, quickly just want to mention, again, we got like an inch and a half of snow last night, and I hear some shoveling in the distance, people scraping at the ice on their windows, so there may be some faint background sounds, and I think one of my closer neighbors, the one that shovels no matter how much snow there is, I think he may be starting. This is comedic timing at this point, I swear that's what happened in my last video. But again, the show must go on, so I will do my best to cut out anything like abrasive and loud sounding, but just wanted to mention it. Okay, so everything's going to be broken down into categories, and the first category I'm going to start with is prep. So, and I'm not including skincare in this. This is strictly makeup only. So for primer, this is really the only one I've been using. I'm not really someone who thinks primer is really all that relevant, if I'm being honest. But these sticky kind of primers do work, I feel. And this is the one I've used the most this year, and it's high-end. It's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. We all know I'm not the biggest high-end fan here because I think you're paying for a name and the products are mediocre at best usually. But this I happened to get in a Fit Fun box, so I've been using it and I do really like it, but Elf makes a dupe for this. I have yet to try that one. I've tried their Jelly Pop primer, which I feel like works the same as this, so I'm using this because I have it, but once I'm out, I think I'm just gonna get the Elf one. But I have been reaching for it every time I do like a full glam moment. I do have a ton of products here, so I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on each individual item, so we're not here for 3 hours. Even though I'd like to be, but my surroundings don't. Also, I feel like my stomach's starting to make sounds too. Everything's playing with me this morning in the sound department. Okay, next up. This could be a primer or priming product, or it could just be worn on its own. I do use it as both, and this one I love and will always repurchase, and that is the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. This stuff is so good and so pretty. It's just this luminous lotion, and it comes in different shades, of course, but it creates a really pretty, subtle glow to the skin. The camera might not even be picking it up, but it is so pretty. I like to wear this under makeup, and I also like to wear it just on my skin, and that's it. That's how pretty this is. This is specifically in the shade Light. fair cool coming, so I think that'll be a better match for right now. But when I have a little bit of a tan going, this is fine. I've been using this since it came out like a year or two ago, and I just love this so much. It looks so pretty just as is on the skin or even under makeup, but I tend to use this more just as a standalone product, at least lately. Personally, I don't really have problem skin as far as like texture goes or like acne or blemishes. I'll get like one here and there, but I'm rather lucky that my skin is pretty much clear. So a product like this works well with me because I'm super dry, so it just helps to have that glowy kind of product all over the skin. So it's kind of nice to just have a product like this to throw on and call it a day. I'd say if you're more acne prone or you have like scarring and stuff, you may not love this because I feel like it could potentially cling to those patches and enhance them. So just wanted to mention that. I don't know for sure, but based on how this performs, I feel like that could be an issue. So, definitely a product I reached for so much in 2025. Now the last two, like, base products I have are a foundation and a skin tint. We'll start with the skin tint, which I'm actually wearing today. This is the first day I've done, like, a full face in a while. Lately, I've just been wearing nothing on my face or a little concealer under my eyes, mascara, and brows, and lips, and that's it. I've been so, like, I guess, lazy to do it because I'm in such a hurry to get my filming done before all the noise happens. But, like, today, for example, it seems like everyone's making noise and I'm up early. But it's, you know, it is what it is. Okay, anyways, this is the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow tint. This did launch this year, and this is the shade 100 Cool. I really enjoy this product. Lately, I've just been preferring more lightweight skin tint kind of products. There's really only one foundation I like anymore, and it's the one I'm going to talk about next, which I've talked about time and time again. But these types of like really thin, lightweight coverage products are just something that I've been loving lately, especially as I get older. I just like the lighter Next up, as far as like more of a full coverage foundation goes, when I like to wear that, it's gotta be the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Dewy, and this is my perfect shade in Shell Ivory. Literally my favorite foundation probably ever, not even going to exaggerate. Now, like I said, the other one's more of a skin tint, very light. This is more medium to full for like more full glam moments or when you want more coverage. This has a battle applicator, which is also nice. I find this to be like the perfect shade match for me, and I can have a hard time with finding good shade matches because a lot of stuff goes orange on me. So I like to stick with things that say cool in front of it or that are for a cooler undertone, because that's mainly what I have. I've been told I'm neutral, and I am neutral. Like, I can get away with, you know, wearing both cool and warm tones, but when it comes to my base products, I find that cool works the best. So this Shell Ivory is like spot on. I won't spend too much time on this because I talk about it all the time, but this is like $4.98 or something at Walmart, and I've never been happier with a foundation. Like, all my high-end foundations suck, and I will never repurchase them again, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and this is just where it's at for me. Okay, so for concealer, there's literally only one, and again, I've talked about this a ton. This is the L'Oreal True Match Radiant Serum Concealer, and this is specifically in the shade C2 Light. I recently just bought a backup of this because I'm pretty much out of this one, so you'll probably see this in an empties video. But I love the style of doe foot applicator on this. It's like slanted and pointed, so you can really get in the like inner corners of your eyes. This is so good, and again, spot on shade match for me. So at this point in time, I pretty much only like using serum concealers. I find them to be the lightest under the eyes. They don't settle in like any of my natural eye folds or like fine lines, which fortunately I don't have a ton of in my eye area. But this is just really a nice formula for not only my dry skin, but for how light I want it to feel under the eyes. I don't like a cakey, thick concealer under my eyes, and this also covers like any redness or blemishes I may have at the time, so this is just my favorite. I do also love the NYX Serum Concealer. I think it's the Bear With Me, but I am out. I have to repurchase that. If I had it physically with me, that would also be in this video, but I like ran out a month or two ago. Yeah, my one neighbor's out there with his damn shovel, you guys. Again, we got like an inch and a half max of snow. And he doesn't waste any time. I can hear it. Like, give guys changed the packaging. That's how long this thing lasted me. Like, I'm not even kidding, the whole year. So, Anastasia is a high-end brand that I think is worth the money, especially their brow products, but this is what the old packaging looks like. I am quite literally dried out of this, ordered a backup, but this is just one of those like felt tip brow pens where you can create like any strokes where you may need them. I pretty much only use this in the front and very minimal with it. I don't need much at all. And then the brow pencil that I use to kind of reshape the tail of my brow, because these are pretty much my brows for the most part. Like, this is the shape of them. I just use these to kind of fill in any sparse areas. So the pencil I swear by is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in Cool Brown. It's just this thin brow pencil, and it's very, very tiny. It's similar to the Brow Wiz from Anastasia, but when it comes to a pencil, the cheaper one's fine because I'm replacing it more than this, where I haven't had to replace it for a full year. So these are like my two holy grail brow products, and I will always repurchase. Okay, next up, let's talk about mascara. There's really only one that I use, and I should really branch out and try some other ones, but the L'Oreal Lash Paradise in Waterproof Blackest Black is like the one for me. This is a fresh tube, and I have to say, does anyone else not like a brand new tube of mascara? It's like too wet and watery. I don't know. I like when it's a week or two old and starts to thicken up a little bit. But this is the brush on it. I like the more natural hair bristles versus the plastic or rubbery ones. So the brush is really why I love this, plus the formula is so good. But yeah, I've talked about this so many times. It's pretty much the only black mascara that I use, and like I said, I have to use waterproof because my lashes are stick straight, and when I curl them, I'd like the curl to stay there, and waterproof's the only formula that holds a curl for me, so gotta be waterproof. And I don't have any issues taking this off because I use a oil cleanser to remove my makeup and then a normal cleanser, and it comes off like perfectly fine. So that's like my standard everyday mascara, but when I'm going for more of like a natural low-key vibe, I've actually been loving this Shrek collab with ColourPop. This is a burgundy mascara, and I have green eyes, which may be kind of hard to tell on camera because of how my lighting is and stuff, but I have like an emerald green eye, and burgundies look so good on green and blue eyes, or even like hazel with more green in it. And this isn't waterproof, so this I like to just throw on when I just want something on my lashes if I'm running an errand or something and don't want to like do my whole lash routine. I will throw this one on, and it doesn't flatten my lashes as bad as some other formulas. It actually keeps a slight bend in the lash, so not mad at that. But that's the shade Super Pretty Burgundy, and again, the wand is very similar to my Lash Paradise, so these BFF volumizing mascaras from ColourPop are definitely similar brush-wise to the Lash Paradise, and if you're looking for like fun colors, check these out. And again, this was the Shrek collab, but that's the actual name of the mascara. It's a permanent mascara. This was just the color they came out with for the Shrek collection. And while we're here, speaking of the Shrek collection, collection. I have a eyeliner, just one. I don't really wear much eyeliner anymore because I wear contacts, and some of them get like goop and stuff in my contacts, and I don't like that, so this one though is fine. I have no issues with the BFF cream gel liners from ColourPop. They don't really transfer on my contacts, so these are good. But again, this is the Shrek collab, and this is one of their duochrome or trichrome, whatever they are, cream liners, so they shift different colors, but this is burgundy, and like I said, it looks really good against green, blue, or like hazel green eyes. This was in the shade Dragon, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. And then this one is called Fire Breath. Oh, it's their multi-chrome liner. I'm gonna swatch it for you. Now, the Shrek collab came out in September, but let me tell you, some of the products have become regulars in my rotation, so I'm counting it. So this has a burgundy gold green shift, and I'm hoping the camera will pick it up, but it is literally so pretty and looks amazing, like I said, against a green eye, and would probably look really good with blue as well. But these stay put in the waterline. I don't have issues with it bleeding or going anywhere. It doesn't need to go. And they last a long time, so I actually have a few ColourPop eyeliners, but this is the only one I've really used this year. Okay, so that's it for like brows, mascara, like the basic stuff. Let's go on to some more complexion products next. Alright, so next I want to talk about my two favorite cream, contour, bronzer products. I have no powder, contour, or bronzers to talk about because I'm not even sure that I've used a single powder bronzer this year. And I'm not kidding, I really don't think I have. I might have to like try in a video. I don't think so. That's kind of funny. But I am truly a cream product girly. Having the dry skin situation, it just works best, and I do find that powders tend to be a little bit patchy on the contour area for me. So cream blush, liquid and cream contour are just like my favorites. So this, I would say, is more of a contour shade because it's very cool. But if I could only have one contour product for the rest of my life, it would be this one. I use it every time I do my makeup. I used it today. And this is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour. And there is a slight golden copper sheen to it, but you can't really tell. And this is in the shade Fair Light, so it's very cool toned, which is really nice on my super pale fair skin. And this has a rounded doe foot, and let me tell you guys, a dab will do ya. A little goes a very long way. This can get messy quickly, so use with a very light hand and mild caution. I've got it down to a science with the amount I use, but because it's so pigmented and a little goes a long way, this product will last you a very long time. I've had some really good products this year. I think this was a newer one too that came out in the beginning of the year, if I'm not mistaken. I also haven't been buying a ton of makeup lately, but I have some hauls coming for new makeup releases and stuff, so stay tuned for that in January sometime. This is definitely a standout product for me. Now, another cream product I love and use all the time is the Merit Bronze Balm in the shade Clay. So this is one that I tend to reach for more in the warmer and hotter months because it's a true, like, sun-kissed, bronzy look. You know what? Let me swatch both of these. I really should have. So this is more of a creamy stick, obviously, and that's the color. Definitely slightly warmer, but still not too warm that it would look orange on me. And then the e.l.f. one, you'll see a difference in the tone. That's the e.l.f. one. So definitely warmer, more of a sun-kissed light vibe, and this is more of a shadowy contour, cool tone shade, but love both of them. There's a few others in my collection that I have used this year, but these two are the most used for sure. Now for highlight, again, I have a liquid and a more creamy product. I do have some powders that I did reach for, but again, these two were the top two products that I used this year. First one being, actually they're both from ColourPop, but this one's the more liquid one. And this is the ColourPop Dewy Liquid Highlighter, and it is in the shade Sugar Donut, and it's this really pretty icy champagne highlight. This is my favorite liquid highlight in my whole collection. It is so pretty and perfect for my skin tone. Again, we've got like a chunkier applicator. I'm gonna swatch it for you. So when I apply this, it's very liquidy. Most of the time will just use my fingers. I will just like dab it on the high points of my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, and Cupid's bow, and call it a day. Because I like the more like natural highlight. I'm not really on the 2016 highlight bandwagon anymore. If you know, you know. But I don't know. I really like a more light style highlight. It just looks pretty when the sun hits it. But obviously I would blend this out, of course. So there's a really pretty pink one that I want to get in this same collection of highlighters because I love a pink highlight, and a good one's hard to come across, especially like a cooler toned pink, and I think I'll really like that one, so I'm gonna have to try it out. So that's the first one. And then the second one actually came out with the Frosty the Snowman collection last year. And this is one of their Super Shock highlighters, so it's got that like bouncy, unique The chocolate covered strawberry wasn't out yet, but that'll be the next one I snag. But you guys, I've been obsessed with this creamer in hot and in iced, and today I just have a hot toasted coconut, Great Value Walmart K-Cup, 2 packets of stevia, and 30 milliliters of this creamer. Yes, I weigh my creamer, those calories and fat calories add up fast, so it's like the perfect cup every time too when I weigh it out. But if you like a genuine, authentic coconut flavor, that creamer's for you. I love a coconut coffee, so that one was a huge yes for me. Alright, let's move right along to blush. I have 4 cream blushes and 1 powder blush, all of which I used so much this year. And let's start with the number 1 favorite of mine. Again, from the e.l.f. Camo line. This is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Bold Faced Lilac. I love a lilac colored blush. Like I said, I'm cool and fair, so these just work. I'm wearing it today. Probably can't tell that much because of my lighting, but it's so pretty. And again, there's like almost like a golden copper shine in it. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, my neighbor and that damn shovel. I'm ready to lose it, but I cannot. I must stay calm and just keep going. Oh my goodness. So there is the shade swatched. So pretty and such a nice like dewy finish on these. And this is a color that came out this year. I know that 100%. So I was really happy to see a true lilac shade because they can be a little tricky to find. I have some in my collection, but this is by far my favorite, like tone and formula wise. So that's the lilac one, and then this one came out this year as well. This was with the SpongeBob and Wet n Wild collab. This is the Underwater Wonder blush in the shade Rockstar, which is the Patrick blush. Again, I love the formula of the Wet n Wild liquid blushes as well. This one is a true cool toned bubblegum pink, just like Patrick. This has a little bit of a thinner doe foot on there, and it's a really nice dewy formula. This one's thinner too, formula wise, in comparison to the e.l.f. one. So here is that one right next to Bold Faced Lilac. It's a light, cool, like baby doll bubblegum pink. It's so pretty. I know it feels like I'm speeding through this stuff, but I still have a lot left, and I've already had to stop like twice for 30 minutes, so I'm trying to get this done. Okay. The next 2 are from, actually the next 3 blushes are from ColourPop, but the next 2 are cream, and the third one is a powder. So these 2 cream blushes are in like a pan. Now this summer I wore a lot of red, and I also like this during Valentine's Day and Christmas. And this is the Pokemon and ColourPop collab, and this is an Electro Ball which has Pikachu on it, and this is a stunning red cream blush, but it's like the red I just use it with a light hand and it looks so pretty. It's kind of like a pinky red, so it's just really nice, especially with a slight tan. It looks good, and I like to compliment it when I wear red. I think it's a nice blush color. And this is more of like a blurred finish. It says natural matte. I'd say it's more of like a satin because it's not fully matte, but it gives you that blurred kind of effect. So we have that one, and then again from the Shrek collab. I'm telling you, the Shrek collab was my favorite collab of the year. Now, ever since I got this, I've been using it so much. And this is the True Love's Form. That's the name of the shade. And this is the Instant Crush Lip and Cheek Balm. Now, this has more of a dewy formula. Let's take a minute on the packaging. So cute. Now, this shade's hard to describe. I don't really know what I would describe this as. It's like mauve-y. I don't even know, you guys. Let me swatch it. You can just see for yourself. I'll put it next to the Pikachu one. So it's right there. It's kind of burgundy, kind of mauve-y, kind of pinky, kind of red. I don't know. All I know is I really like it, and I've been using it a ton. And you can kind of see also the formula difference between this one and that one. Whereas this is more of like a satin matte blurred kind of look, and this has some dew to it, so they're definitely different formulas. I don't even know what the formal name of this one is. Okay, this is also the Instant Crush Cream Blush, but this is the natural matte finish, and this one's the more dewy finish, because they have two different finishes in this line. I just love the green shark packaging. I think it's so fun. So those are the cream ones, and then I have one powder one that I used a ton during Valentine's Day this year, and then a bunch in the summer because it's such a bright pink. And this is one of ColourPop's classic powder blushes in the Heart Compact, which I'm sure they're gonna come out with again for Valentine's Day. At least I hope so. They've been changing their packaging and kind of messing it up and making it boring, which we don't need that. We don't need boring makeup packaging. Come on, guys. But this is in the shade Hot to Touch. I love the formula of these. They're so nice. There's a mirror in this, so I'll try to hide it. But this is like a Barbie hot pink. Very cool toned, so I appreciate that. I'm just going to place that under all of these. Right there, underneath all the creams. Very buildable, so you can build it up to match the pan, or you can wear it more subtle like that, which is what I do. This was definitely the year of like the pink blush for me. I love pinks, reds, and purples. I also love a coral blush, especially in the summer, but I did not wear a ton of coral blush this year, so that's why these made the cut. But I think next, you guys, are going to talk about a bunch of lip products. Now, let me like clean my hands up and we'll dive into those next. Okay, so for lips, I have a bunch of different products here. I'm going to go through these a little bit quicker just because I have so many. And we're going to start with lip liners. collections, and then one is from the Glam Light Strawberry Shortcake collection. So let's start with that one. It literally just says Strawberry Shortcake on the liner, so I assume that's the name of the shade. And that is the color. It's like a deep mauve. Next is the Rudolph collab with ColourPop, and this is in the shade Clarice. This is more of a cool toned, lighter nude. That one right there. And then this is the Frosty collab in the shade. These are hard to see because they're holographic. Over the Hills. There we go. I could not find that. This is my most used 100%. So it's in the nude family with a slight mauve hue, and I'd say it's in between these two, shade-wise. But those are the three that I gravitated towards the most this year. The lip I have on, I pretty much wear all the time. 9 times out of 10 I'm wearing this lip color, which let me just show you that next. So the lip I have on and the lip you see me in 9 times out of 10, like I said, is the L'Oreal lipstick. This is the Color Riche lipstick in Worth It Medium. They have a Worth It, which is a lighter nude. This is the Worth It Medium. This is hands down my favorite formula in a lipstick probably ever, even more than MAC, and I love MAC. But this is just like the kind of color I seem to wear these days, like all the time. So I'll swatch it on my hand even though I'm wearing it, just so you can get an idea of what these look like next to each other. But there it is. I apologize for the shuffle. I really have to keep going. I've been filming way too long, so I am so sorry if you hear that. It's annoying me, trust me. Okay, sticking with lipsticks while we're here. The other one I've been using a ton since I purchased it is the Revlon Super Lustrous Glass Shine Lip Balm in the shade Rum Raisin. Very similar to the one I'm wearing now. But this has a more high shine, more sheer coverage kind of look to it, but it's very, very similar in tone to the Worth It Medium, as you can see, but you can see that difference in the finish. Like, look how shiny that is in comparison. This is a satin, this is a glossy balm. So pretty though. I highly recommend these. They're so hydrating and they're pigmented. They're just not like full opacity like a traditional, standard satin lipstick. And I believe Revlon launched a bunch of new colors in this formula very recently, so these are amazing. Highly recommend. Rum Raisin's like an iconic classic color as well from them. Okay, so the last stick lip product I have is again from the Frosty the Snowman and ColourPop collab. I really loved this collab. This is in the shade First Snow. This goes with that liner. So it's like a mauve-y nude kind of color. More nude than mauve though, I'd say. It's right there. Very pinkish, but still a deeper nude, not like so light that it gives you those crazy wacky concealer lips. So it's very pretty. Anastasia liquid lip in the shade Veronica. I love this in the fall and winter mostly. And it is a really dark, vampy, plumbed out mauve kind of color. So pretty. Every time I wear this in a video, I get questions asking what lip I'm wearing, along with this red. Every single time I wear this red, I get asked, oh my god, what's on your lips? What's your lip color? It's only and always this one. This is the only red I wear. It is the most perfect shade of red. It doesn't move throughout the day, and it's by NARS, so I love it. Like, I really do. It's so good. And this is the NARS Power Matte Liquid Lip in the shade Don't Stop. And this has a really cool pointed applicator, which makes precise application really easy. But when I wear a red, I don't want it to move. Red's not forgiving when it moves around, so that's why I like the liquid lip formula. But anytime you see me in this bright red, this is the exact one that I'm wearing, so there she is. So those are the two liquid lips that I reached for the most, and then I have a gloss from the Shrek collab with ColourPop. I'm not the biggest gloss girl. I just find them kind of like uncomfortable as far as like texture goes. Like, I don't like the sticky gloss texture, but this one doesn't feel gross on the lips. That's why I made the cut. And I also love the color. So this one has Fiona on it, and it's called Ogress. My battery literally died on me as I was putting this up to the camera to show you, so I don't even know if what I said got cut out or not, but this is called Ogress. And there's a really pretty sparkle in this gloss. Again, it's in like the mauve family. And I love the component on this lip gloss. It's so cute. And each one of these in the Shrek collab smells differently. This one's pina colada. It smells so good. So this lip gloss formula I really like, and I just tend to throw this on. I keep it in my bag right now, and I'll just throw it on the lips with nothing else, and it's just nice, a nice wash of color. So there it is right there. Super pretty. But like I was saying before my camera died, I'm not like really into gloss just because I don't like that feeling on my lips. I'm very particular about the glosses that I do wear. And also I feel like it's windy all the time where I live, and my hair is constantly blowing in my face, and I don't like when hair sticks to my lips. It's such a yucky feeling. But this whole Shrek collection, they've been really nice. So I have two oils. Let's just get the Shrek one out of the way. I've used so much of this, and you can probably tell with all the bubbles in there. But this is their like roller lip oil, and it's called Gumdrop Buttons. I'm not gonna swatch it. It's literally just a clear rollerball lip oil, but I love how glossy this makes the lips look. And it's just nice to throw on before bed. It's such a good lip oil, and it smells like candy. So I've been loving that. It's just like a plain clear lip oil. And then the other one from the SpongeBob collab, I've been loving this one too. I've used it so much since I purchased it. And not only is it SpongeBob, my favorite ever, the color are so pretty. And they all come with these cute little charms that you can unhook and use as a keychain or whatever. But this is the shade I'm Ready, and it's called the Bikini Bottom Lip Oil. These are really cool because they have a cooling effect to them, not plumping, cooling. And this is mainly just a clear gloss with tons of gold sparkle in it, and it smells like pineapple. It smells so good. I actually gave my mom the Patrick one because she likes pink, and that one, I forgot what that one smells like, but I also have Mr. Krabs, and that one smells like coconut. It smells so good. But this looks stunning just over bare lips and over any lip color because the gold is just so complementary to a lot of colors. And it's sheer, so it's not gonna like ruin the color of your lip product, but I honestly just like throwing this on my bare lips and calling it a day. But it's so sparkly and pretty. I really, really like these. The little lip gloss charm is so cute too. I love it. I am so sorry if this video feels rushed or like I'm moving too fast. Normally this is not what I would be doing. I'd be going much slower, but with all the noise I've been battling, I think I just need to wrap it up, you know? Okay, so I believe that's it for lips. Yes. And then I have a few eyeshadow palettes and some lashes to talk about next. Okay, so for false lashes, I wore them a lot this year, but it seems like the last quarter of the year and over the summer, I've just been really digging my natural lashes with my Lash Paradise mascara. So I've been doing that a lot, but every time that I did wear a lash, most likely it was this pair, which are the Winks by Ardell Be Yourself Strip Lash in Vibes. Now, I've pretty much just used the top two, you guys. I take really good care of my lashes. I clean them and just take the best care of them, so they last me an eternity. Like, I've probably worn these 20 to 30 times each, and I don't know if that's good or not, but the way I clean them allows for me to wear them a ton of times. So when I buy a pack of these, they last me. But I like these because they start out really short in the inner corner and then they fan out. And they have like a spiky, wispy look to them, and I just love that. So these have been a standout lash for me this year, and pretty much the only ones I think I've been wearing. I will say this top pair I think is about at it, but I've definitely worn it like upwards of 30 times, not even kidding. So it is possible to make your lashes last longer than a wear or two. You just gotta clean them off after every use and keep them in as best condition as you can. Also, the lash glue you use can make a difference with how easily your glue peels off. I actually should have put the lash glue in here, but I've used the same one for years and years. It is the Ardell Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe. It's in a white tube with a gold cap on it. That stuff does not budge. It is amazing, and it's latex free, but it's easy for me to peel it off this strip once I take the lash off my eyes. Like, it doesn't go anywhere on my eyes, but it's easy to remove, and I think that's why I've been able to keep these for so long. So those lashes are definitely the most used for me. Now I have 3 eyeshadow palettes. this year, which is very strange for me. I think it's just because I've been having to wake up so early to film most of the year to like try to offset all the sounds that my neighborhood makes and my crazy neighbors. So when I'm getting up that early, I just want to get my makeup done and films, and eyeshadow is an art, okay? It takes some time, so I haven't been doing it a lot lately, but when I did do eyeshadow, these are the 3 palettes I grabbed the most, starting with this one. They're all ColourPop, by the way. ColourPop makes some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, along with Glamlight. But this is the Lost in Love palette. This was from one of their Valentine collections, and I wore this so much. Anytime I was doing like a pink, raspberry, or orange look, I was just grabbing this one because all the colors are just stunning. I love the Valentine's collections that ColourPop usually comes out with. They're so nice. But I've been loving pink eyeshadow for sure this year. So yeah, this has definitely been my go-to pink, red palette. And then for my more wintry, icy looks, again, the Frosty collab from ColourPop. I've been loving this one this year. And that is what this palette looks like. It's so cute. And then there are the shades in there. Stunning icy blues, purples, cool tone browns. Well, I should say taupe instead of brown. Silvers. This is like a winter wonderland dream palette. I love it. I should have worn it today, but again, I was a little worried about timing. Reached for this one quite a bit, especially in the first half of the year. And then last but not least, you know I had to include the Shark palette. Ever since this came out, I swear it's the only eyeshadow I've been using when I wear eyeshadow. And this is the ColourPop Shrek collab. We have Shrek, Donkey, and Fiona up on the top there. And then that's the back, and they kind of made it like open, like a storybook, which I think is so cute. I love the graphics on this palette. And then those are the colors, tons of greens, earthy browns, golds. This is like the ultimate neutral, everyday kind of palette for me. I love these colors. They're all so beautiful. And I'm just gonna use this all the time, I already know, for 2026 as well. I'd say this was my favorite launch of the whole year, was this Shrek collab. There were so many standout products from that collection. You know what, actually, it's tied with the SpongeBob Wet n Wild collab as well, because I love SpongeBob. It's like, I love it. So Shrek and SpongeBob are both tied for my heart this year for sure. Now I have one product left, and speaking of SpongeBob, we have this setting spray. And this is the Kelp Shake Setting Mist. I've used quite a bit of it, for me at least. since the